At the start of Football Manager 2024, you will find Dennis Seimen as part of Stuttgart's second team. He's 17 years old, has been capped by Germany's under-18s, and he's valued at £5.4 to £16 million. His wages are £6,500, and he has a contract that runs until 2027. Looking at him, you can see he's 6'4", 12 stone, so he's going to be a big unit in goal. Also, he scores well for rushing out. He scores well for his reflexes, handling, eccentricity, aerial reach. He scores really highly in the mentals for determination and for his jumping reach. He's a goalkeeper that's been a wonder kid for a few years now, and I think there is a lot more development to come from him. So let's jump 5 years into the future to see how his career gets on in 2028. So we have now jumped 5 years into the future, and we find that Dennis Seimen has swapped Stuttgart for Bayern Munich. He has gone on to become the #1 goalkeeper at the biggest club in Germany. At the age of 22, he has now represented Germany 18 times and has a contract worth £275,000 per week, and that runs until the end of 2031 season. Looking at his playing attributes, you can see he has really developed as a goalkeeper with standout attributes of rushing out, reflexes, one-on-ones, aerial reach and throwing. In the other areas, he has good determination of 18, vision of 17 and jumping reach of 18. His media description has changed to a world-class goalkeeper, and his player traits are avoid using his weaker foot, uses long throws to start counter-attacks. If we look at his playing stats to see how he has got here, so to get to Bayern Munich he actually had a stop-off along the way. Bayer Leverkusen were the first ones to come in with a big money transfer for him at £42.5 million. He would play a season and a half at Leverkusen before Bayern Munich came in and paid £120 million to secure their #1 goalkeeper and the #1 of the country. So he's starting to develop himself into what will be Germany's #1 for many, many years to come. The big question is, will he be Bayern Munich's goalkeeper for many years to come? Let's jump 5 years further forward and see what happens in 2033. Jumping forwards to 2033 now, and Dennis Seimen is the #1 goalkeeper at Real Madrid. Yes, he has decided to swap Bayern Munich for Real Madrid. He's playing in Spain. He is now 27 years old, has represented Germany 44 times, and he's valued at £25 to £74 million, has a contract worth £375,000 per week, and that runs till the end of the 2036 season. Looking at the player, he's probably still the same player that he was, probably reached the peak of his powers at this point, but still scores highly for rushing out, reflexes and his one-on-ones. Also scores well for aerial reach and his throwing. Looking at his media description, he is now an instinctive goalkeeper, and his player traits is still uses long throws to start the counter-attacks. Look at the career then to see how he has got there. So since moving to Bayern Munich, he was playing pretty much every game, every single season, and then the big money move comes once again. £89 million Real Madrid would pay for him in the 2031-32 season, and he has been their first team goalkeeper ever since going there. That means at this point of his career, teams have spent £251 million on the goalkeeper. Is there one more move to come, or will he see his days out now at Real Madrid? Let's go 5 years further forward and see what he looks like in 2038. It's now 2038, we have jumped 5 years further forward, and we can see that Dennis Seimen has swapped Real Madrid for Chelsea. At the age of 32, he has been capped 47 times by Germany. He has a contract that is worth £375,000 per week that expires at the end of the 2039 season with Chelsea, and he's still valued at £37 to £111 million. Looking at the player himself, there is clear development still ongoing with the goalkeeper, although he probably is now about to hit that peak for goalkeepers. Looking at his attributes, aerial reach 16, one-on-ones 18, reflexes 16, rushing out tendency 16, throwing of 16, determination of 18, vision of 18, jumping reach of 18 and natural fitness of 16. He is still described as a world-class goalkeeper. Let's have a look then at how he got to be at Chelsea. So after Real Madrid would pay £89 million for him, he would stay there until the 2035-36 season. He would then go to Chelsea for £113 million, and that means that he's now their number one goalkeeper, playing half the season in the first season and then being ever present after that. He has had some topsy-turvy numbers in terms of his average ratings, with a 7.01 and a 6.91, but he did consistently achieve better at Real Madrid. So his career stats will read £364 million worth of transfer fees, 539 appearances, 402 goals conceded, 249 clean sheets, 35 Player of the Match awards, and a 7.11 average rating across his career. Look at the milestones to see what he might have won. So in terms of competitions, if we go back to Bayern Munich, you can see he didn't win anything with Stuttgart, but they finished 4th place in a World Cup with Germany. Bundesliga champions pretty much every single season. Champions League runner-up, he won various cups. Nations League 3rd place with Germany. Supercopa de España winners and Copa del Rey winners in his first season at Real Madrid. Then they won La Liga. They won the FIFA Club they were runners-up, in the FIFA Club World Cup. They were La Liga winners in 34. They were Copa de España winners in 36. And then he switched to Chelsea, would see them be Carabao Cup winners, FA Cup winners, Nations League runner-up with Germany, and Community Shield runner-up with Chelsea. So, all in all, absolute mind-boggling numbers in terms of the transfer fees, but he has had a solid career since leaving Stuttgart. What do you think of his career path? Do you think that the clubs that have signed him have got value for money? Let me know in the comments section down below. Would you sign Dennis Seimen in FM24?